Hey guys, it's Felicia here. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a chit chat, get ready with me. So basically I just wanted to kind of give you guys like an update. I guess not an update, just kind of talk about like where I've been. And while we do that, I'm gonna go ahead and do my makeup. So this makeup look is going to be glasses friendly, obviously, because I wear glasses. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm not a makeup pro, by the way. I actually am still very much learning how to do my makeup. So yeah, you know, I just do what works for me and I'm still learning as I go. So step numero uno, sunscreen. So it is August. It's like the end of August right now. And my last video that I posted was that sugar wax video a couple of weeks ago. But by the time you guys see this, I'll have another video out, my cousin's induction story, how we induced my cousin, or how we tried to induce her. But basically, if you noticed, I haven't been posting much, y'all. I don't even know, okay? This has been a weird time for me. So I graduated with my master's in May, and you know, I thought everything was gonna go great. I thought, you know, things were gonna be a little bit different, but obviously Corona happened, and yeah, it took a bigger toll on me than I guess than I actually admitted. So long story short, I graduated in May, but I'm going back to school this semester to retake a class. I don't want to be like, that's so rude, y'all are over here, but I gotta look over here. Let me put my mirror right here. Okay, so I graduated in May, but I have to go back this semester to retake a class, which is fine. It's not like, I mean, I technically failed. I got a C in the class. So that's happening. One good thing that did come out of all of this is I finally quit my job. I quit my job that I've been at for quite some time. So for those of you guys that don't know, which should be everybody, because I really just don't tell anybody anything about me, I am a medical scribe, so I work in the emergency department at a hospital. And basically, I've been there for a very long time. But I am finally quitting, and honestly, I was supposed to quit back in May when I graduated. But, you know, that didn't happen because of the whole pandemic. And then I was scared to quit once the pandemic started because, you know, job security and like people were losing their jobs, and I was still blessed enough to have a job. So that's why I held on to this job. But guys, this job has been sucking the life out of me for the last 2 years. Like, I've been wanting to quit for 2 years now. So I finally did it. I finally, you know, put in my 2 weeks. And honestly, I feel like it was time. Despite the uncertain times we're living in right now, it was definitely time. I feel like I've gotten everything out of that job that I could have. Because the reason I was working at that job was because I was originally on the path to medical school. When I did my undergrad, like my bachelor's and everything, it was all with the intent to go to medical school. And it was actually last year I decided medical school was not for me, but I stayed with the job because of the good hours and flexibility. I'm gonna do my eyebrows and I'm gonna come right back so I can have something done. Okay, eyebrows are done. So like I was saying, I don't know exactly what's next for me. I just decided it was time to pursue something that I wanted to pursue, which is also part of the reason why I decided to leave, not leave medicine, because I was technically never in medicine, but why I decided not to pursue medicine. Medicine just really, like, to be completely honest, I know I would have been a bomb doctor. Like, I would have been amazing. Working in the emergency room has definitely shown me that, for the simple fact that we see a lot of stuff as scribes, as scribes that work in the ER, especially if you work in a busy hospital. I didn't work in the busiest hospital in our hospital system because I just couldn't do that to myself, but I saw a lot. Like, I experienced a lot, and I personally know a lot of scribes who have gone on to PA school and medical school who are already desensitized. and that is horrible. I was there for a while, and guys, patient care, I would have been an amazing doctor, amazing, but medicine was not for me. Honestly, medicine was my parents' dream, and I had to learn to let that go to make myself happy. Unfortunately, I spent 6 years working towards that dream, you know, 4 years of undergrad and then 2 years after undergrad. But thankfully, I realized it before I got to medical school and not while I was in medical school. So last year I decided medicine, medical field, medical school was a no-go for me, simply because to go to medical school, it really has to be your passion. And I will say grad school definitely taught me that. It has got to be a passion of yours, because honey, the endurance you need just to even get in that race, let alone to finish it, if it's not your passion, oh my God, you will burn out. And that's what was happening to me. I thought it was something I wanted. I thought medical school was a passion of mine. But once I really just like sat myself down and faced the hard truth that I wasted 6 years of my life fighting for a dream that wasn't mine, but that belonged to my parents, the freedom I felt in my soul afterwards was just unparalleled to anything. It was like a weight literally lifted off my body, and it was so great. I wish I would have done it sooner. I wish I would have, like, I've always known it, but you know, the thing about me is when somebody tells me I can't do something, I just got to do it to show you I can, and to show you that I'll be great at it. And that was the thing, is if you have even thought about a career in medical, like the medical field, thought about going to medical school or anything, especially if you are Black and a woman, you already know there's going to be people who are going to tell you can't do it. Always, 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 always. And I was obviously met with people who told me I couldn't do it. So I was, but what was the cost of that? I was sitting here proving to someone who doesn't care about me, like, yeah, I'm gonna shove it in your face that I can do it and I'm gonna be great at it. They don't care. At the end of the day, I was gonna do what? Go through medical school, be miserable, burn out, and they were still gonna be sitting at their desk job. But you know, I'm happy now. I don't exactly, well, happy's relative. And I guess the thing about me is I've always been not a people pleaser. I've always been a parent pleaser. I always want to please my parents. I want them to be proud of me. I was always out of me and my siblings, I was always the one who knew what I was going to do. I wasn't the like mind changer or anything. So, you know, once I told my parents no more medicine, boy, was that met with a lot of criticism. When I told them, you know, every single time I would change my mind and think about, okay, well, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do that. Man, when I tell you, everybody is so tired of me, because it's just like, I get it too. I'm 25 years old and I don't know what I want, and that scares me. I feel like that scares me more than it annoys them. I feel like I'm not doing enough, you know. I feel like I'm just doing like the bare minimum, and even though I know I'm not, sometimes I feel like I'm not doing enough. I feel like I should be a lot further on than I am right now, and I'm not. And I feel like a failure. I'm not even gonna lie, I feel like a failure. It's just like, I know you're not supposed to compare yourself to people, you're not supposed to compare your journey to people, but we do, we all do it, and it's the truth. It's gotten to the point where I kind of stopped like running my ideas by my family and by my boyfriend, because every single time I change my mind, I'm like, oh, you know, I'm gonna look into this, or I'm gonna look into that, or I'm gonna look into this. They kind of be like, can you just pick something? And I know they don't mean it, they definitely don't mean it like with any harm, but basically what I'm doing now, I should have did in college. Should have, honestly. The way I keep thinking about different career choices, I should have did that in college. Putting my glasses back on because I can't see what I'm doing. And that's why I definitely implore everybody, like, to think about so many different options, because when I was in undergrad, I thought I knew what I wanted, and that's why I didn't really think about too many other things. I really thought I knew what I wanted. And it's not like I didn't try to shadow other specialties and other career options either, because I definitely did. It didn't work out, so I was like, okay, this is obviously the path God wants me to go on. And you never know, this is still the path he wants me to go on. I had to go through all of this for a reason. I don't know what that reason is just yet, but I know I had to for a reason, and I'm okay with that. I just wish I can, you know, get it together a little bit quicker, because your girl has goals and dreams and I want to move out my parents' house. But yeah, so where does that leave me now? Why have I been gone so long? Because that's basically what we're talking about. Not why I decided to quit medicine. Even though if you stuck around this long, hi, you know a little bit about me that nobody else knows. Basically, I just kind of lost motivation to vlog. I feel like I have nothing to say, and I've also been walking that thin line between wanting to keep my life private and wanting to be on YouTube. Like, I've been struggling to figure out how to combine the two, because I don't like anybody knowing anything about me at all. Like, I prefer to just do what I gotta do, and then you'll figure it out when I post about it eventually. But you know, you can't really do that in YouTube, because I want to be personable. I want people to be able to relate to me. But how can you relate to somebody you don't know? You can't. So that's kind of why I've been MIA. I haven't really had any motivation to do anything. I like started some vlogs. Like, I started recording myself putting these braids in my head. I never finished the video. I just shut it off midway, and I was just like, okay, forget it. I started recording, I did the Chloe Ting challenge a couple weeks ago, and I started recording that. I never finished that. I finished the challenge. Y'all, I got some serious results, but I never finished recording the video. It's because I just, the lack of motivation has been so real, which is why I finally came to the conclusion I needed to record this first, to put it in my mind that, and to put it out there that I can do this. I just need to find what motivates me and what makes me happy, because YouTube, I love YouTube. YouTube is like my escape. Always been my escape. Even in school, it was my escape, and now I'm finally doing it, but I'm not allowing myself to grow because I'm scared. Like, girl, what? Your parents did not raise you to do this. It's like, I am terrified of actually succeeding and actually being good at this, at something that's not what I've been pursuing for the last 6 years. You know, I'm scared of uncharted territory. It's nerve-wracking. So it is August 2020. What have I been up to? What have I been doing? I don't know. I've kind of just been working. I worked with my dad over the summer. So my dad does this program called Summer Break Spot. So it's summer food feeding program or something like that. I can't remember what the acronym stands for, but basically it's a summer food program. He's been doing it for 6 years now, and it's a government run program, and basically we just provided meals to families who otherwise would have been fed through school lunches. So this is not something new. This is something he's always done. I did it the first 3 years, and then I went away to school, and then I did it again this summer. Y'all, that was so fulfilling. It was so enriching. And I was actually talking to my dad last year. My dream is to start a non-for-profit, and just doing that, sorry y'all, let me see, am I too focused? Ooh. Doing that, definitely, like, I would stand out in the sun for hours if that meant feeding families. It's like we made real connections with people. So basically, my dad is in charge of different sites. So he's a sponsor. He's not a sponsor, he's a site supervisor. This year we had 14 sites, and by the end of the summer, by July, we had 8 sites or something like that. I don't know, because of the pandemic, people were forced to close. Basically, this is the first year we did something different. So we did like drive-through. People would come in their cars with their kids, and they would come pick up the food we made. And y'all, we made some good food. Let me tell you, something different every day. Chicken tortillas, spaghetti and meatballs, rice and chicken, burgers, chicken burgers. Oh, we make some good food. But everyone was at different sites. I went to 3 different sites because every time we opened a new site, I ended up getting placed at the new site. We made real connections with, and I'm saying we, I'm talking about the people who like served at the sites. We made real connections with the people who we were helping. Like, all of the families I helped, oh, they were lovely, lovely people. And it just goes to show, like, even in the middle of a pandemic where it's like we can't get too close, you know, things were heightened because of extra security, we really made, like, I made some good friends. I got to practice my Spanish a lot because I, like, a lot of the community I was in over in North Miami, mainly Hispanics came to us, and y'all, they were so heartwarming. But that's what I did over the summer, because like I said, I need to retake a class, and I would have preferred, like, if I could have retaken it in the summer, that would have been beautiful, but I couldn't because it's only offered in the fall. Just so stupid. It's only offered fall and spring, so that's why I have to come back and take it fall. Where does that leave me now? I have applied to a dental assistant program which starts in September. The reason I decided to to become a dental assistant is because ever since I started working at my young tender 17 years of age, I've always been in charge of my own schedule. I've always made my own schedule. I worked when I wanted to and everything like that. Every single job I've had, I've always been in charge of my own schedule. Obviously, once you become a dentist, you can make your own schedule, but it was just the fact that, like, I need to make sure I can do a 9-to-5 office job. The best way to learn if this is the real career path for me is to work in it, because shadowing only gives you so much, and for some people that's all it takes. It's just to shadow and be like, this is it for me, like, I can see myself doing this forever. But for me, I need to actually work in it, because being a medical scribe is the reason I'm like, this is not for me. I cannot. As a dental assistant, I'll have, you know, a more hands-on approach to it, which is something I need to have to make sure, like, this is it. I'm pretty excited for this journey, honestly. This is something so new to me, but I just feel like I was a medical scribe. Dental assistant's the same thing, except I get patient contact. As a medical scribe, you can't touch patients. You can talk to them, but you technically can't talk to them either, but you get no patient contact, but they still talk to us and we talk back. But I am excited for this journey because, hold on. It's something new, it's something different. This is me for the first time pursuing something I actually want to pursue, and not because I want to make my parents happy, because if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, but at least I can say I tried and I went for it. And yeah, hopefully it works out, because I'm super excited, y'all. I want to explore all avenues of what makes me happy, because at the end of the day, I only have one life. I had no intention, zero intention of speaking on all of this, but it's a funny way, it's a funny thing, the way the Lord leads you, because clearly somebody needed to hear this. Clearly I needed to say it, and that's okay, because I did need to say it. I think I needed to be able to speak about it. And I feel like it's one thing to write it all out, it's another thing to say everything. No matter how old you are, don't be afraid to change your mind. Don't let people make you feel bad for changing your mind. Okay? Don't sit here and think like, I need to hurry up and get it together because X, Y, and Z. Do what is best for you. Do what you think will make you happy, and if it doesn't, at least you can say you tried, and you're not going to spend the rest of your time sitting here with the what ifs. What if I would have did this? Would I have been happier? Because that's what was killing me, was just the whole, what if I would have pursued X, Y, and Z? Would I really have been happier? Now I get to find out. All right, so this is the end of this video. I know I was kind of like all over the place, and I'm not sure like what changed and what happened, because y'all, when I tell you, I wrote down what I wanted to say just so I didn't go off topic, but like God clearly told me, Felicia, somebody needs to hear this, and if anything I said resonated with you, then I'm glad that I was rambling off topic. Ooh, I forgot a lip. I forgot a lip. Like I said, this is an everyday makeup look, so we're just gonna do beauty supply store lip gloss. This definitely wasn't a makeup tutorial because I didn't show you guys anything I used. This was just really seriously a chit chat, get ready with me. And if you guys like these videos, let me know. Maybe I'll make them more often. I'm not really good with the whole talking thing because it's hard for me to get my thoughts together in a coherent type of way, if that's what you guys are interested in. Because like I said, I'm really struggling. I want to be as relatable and as open and as personable as possible, but while still keeping a sense of privacy. So if y'all don't ask, I'm not gonna say it. I really wish I would, but I just feel like, you know, there's so few of us. We're such a tight-knit little community that you guys just let me know. Like, honestly, if you don't want to write it in the comments, DM me on Instagram, whatever, but like, let me know, because it's so few of us and we're really just like a little family. I just, you know, I'm here to talk about what you guys want to talk about. I'm here to tell you guys my story if that's what y'all are interested in. If you guys really want to get to know me a little bit more, just let me know. By the way, I am missing 2 nails. It's real ghetto over here. They actually right there on my dresser. I need to put them back on, but in case y'all saw that. So that is the end of this video. I feel so weird. I just really like bared my soul to y'all. Okay, that's the end of this video. And yeah, I promise I'm going to try to be more active with YouTube and stuff like that, and that's really a promise to me more so than it is to a promise to you guys, because you guys don't have to watch me. I have few subscribers, but I'm grateful to the little bit that I do have. Y'all really show up and show out. Even if like 20 people watch my video, I be saying 20 just because my numbers went up a little bit. Even if 1 person watches my video, that makes me so happy, because it's like you spent time doing that. You spent time out of your day and your life that you will never get back doing that, and it makes me so happy when people watch my videos. So yeah, I'm promised to myself and to you guys who actually do care to watch that I'm going to be more active on here. I'm going to stop letting my insecurities get in the way, and I'm just gonna go for it, because obviously you guys like me. Since you guys watch, and I like y'all too, because you know, y'all watch. So okay, I'm gonna stop being so awkward now and I'm going to go. So thanks for watching. Hit the like button if you agreed or you didn't agree, or you just like the way my makeup come out. Subscribe to my channel for more. Share my channel, share my videos, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.